Hey, if you're a real fighter, you have to fight with everybody. If you're going to say no to a fight, you are a fucking pussy. You're a coward.
This is number one bullshit.
If you are a real fighter and you want to have a successful fighting career in the future, you should definitely say no to some fights, and you should definitely pick your opponents at the beginning of your career. And I will tell you why. Well, when I'm saying that you should not fight with everybody, I'm not saying that you have to cut your balls off and be a pussy, alright? I'm not encouraging you guys to be a pussy. If there is some local amateur championship, or you know that the guys are on your level or a little bit above your level, of course you have to fight with everybody, not a problem. But if you're just starting out your journey in a fighting game and you're going out and fighting with some fucking prospect who is beating living shit out of everybody, and you don't have a much experience, it can definitely change your life. You know, it might question your life choices, because the person might damage you very badly in the brain, in the body, and you might never be the same again. People are going to say that no, it's good experience, especially coaches are going to encourage you that it's a good experience. But good experience of what? Getting my ass kicked? Fighting a killer in the early stage of your career has huge risk and very low reward. If you're going to win that fight, your reward is not going to be super marvelous or something like that. You're not going to generate a lot of money in the beginning of your career. But the risk is huge. You're risking your health, you're risking your record, you're risking your reputation, and everything else. Well, right now I'm going to speak about the dark side of the fighting game, which nobody really talks about. And I'm going to make an example of the dog fighters. First of all, I'm against the dog fights. You know, I do not support the dog fights with any way, shape or form. However, I know some things about the dog fighting as well. And when the, let's say, owner of a dog wants to raise a dog which is going to win all the fights and which is going to make him a lot of money, let's say for example he has a pit bull, right? A big pit bull terrier who is strong as fuck, yeah? Do you know who he is choosing as his pit bull's first opponent? He's going outside and grabbing some fucking poor dog, you know, from the street, and he's putting this poor dog inside of the cage with the fucking pit bull. And of course this fucking pit bull is tearing the shit out of this poor dog, and the poor dog is going to die or something shit is going to happen. And I'm against it, as I've told you, because I love dogs. I'm a very huge fan of dogs. So what is happening is that pit bull is killing that poor dog, you know, and after that Pitbull is getting experience, Pitbull is getting confidence that he's a killer, that he can tear some dogs out, he can bite, he can kill, and etc. And then the owner is giving the little bit stronger bred, stronger dog, and the confidence the Pitbull gained from the previous fight is helping him to now fight with the tougher opponents. Well, nobody is really talking about this in a fighting game, right? But in order for you to become a successful fighter, 99% of the time in the beginning of your career, you need some poor dogs. And somebody might judge me because of this. Somebody might say that, oh, you want to fight only with the lower level guys and this and that. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. In order for you to be successful, there should be somebody who is not going to be successful. In order for you to make your dream reality, there should be somebody whose dreams are going to be crushed. That's how life works. I know it's dark, but it is what it is, right? So in the beginning of your career, you want some poor dogs, you want some poor guys. You can fight with your level, below your level, or a little bit above your level. But in the beginning, you should not fight with some fucking monsters. You know what I mean? Because fighting with those poor guys, with the poor dogs, it is going to help you to showcase the things which you've been learning in the gym and put it into the fight. It is going to help you to build a record, and it is going to help you to build the confidence. So your body and your mind will know that whenever cage is getting closed or when you're going in a ring, you are beating, leaving the shit out of anybody who's entering the ring or entering the cage. That's what you're going to know subconsciously in your mind, Doesn't matter if you were fighting the people below your level or something like that. After that, you will be able to fight with the big dogs, with the confidence and with the power, and you will be able to beat those guys as well. It's the same in a video game. When you're starting out your journey in the game, at the beginning you are not fighting immediately with the bosses, right? At the first you are fighting with some bimbos, you're doing some side quests, you're developing your skills, you're living the shit out of small people, and after that you are able to fight with the boss and win against the boss. That's what I'm saying you guys to do as well. I'm not saying that you have to be always like, oh no, I'm not going to fight. No, but sometimes you have to kill your ego and say that, you know what, this guy is a fucking killer. Of course, in 2 years I'm going to kill this guy, but not now. Let me build up my way to fight with him, and let me build up my way to win against these guys. Before that, I'm okay to fight with some people on my level or below my level or a little bit above my level to challenge myself as well. Right now you might be watching this video and thinking that, yeah, but if you are the best, you have to beat the best, right? If you are a fighter, you have to fight with everybody. That's what the real fighters do. But let me show you that, you know, the strategy which I've told you is used by most of professional fighters, the champions that we love and we adore. So right now we can go and check out those fighters together. What was their first opponents and who they've been fighting with in the beginning of their fighting career. Okay, so let's check out the fighters that we all love. We are starting with Khabib Nurmagomedov, 29-0. Let's go back and let's see his first fight. His first fight against Visal Bayramov. Let's check out that fighter. 0 wins, 1 losses. So 1 fight, 1 loss. And he didn't fight after fighting with Khabib Nurmagomedov. No picture, nothing. So you're realizing who he fought with, right? Let's go a little bit up, guys, because like let's say Said Khailov. You'll see, guys, like 0 wins, 7 losses, and it was third fight with Khabib. Okay, let's even go even up. It's Khabib's almost like 14th, 15th fight. Hamiz, like, you know, 0 wins, 3 losses, and when he faced Khabib, he was on 2 fight lose streak. So you understand that Khabib was using that dog kind of a strategy. His managers or his coach Abdulnapov Nurmagomedov, he was using that strategy. He was feeding him with those kind of poor people, and when then he went up and fought with, let's say, Quinta, Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, he already had that confidence that he was winning all of the time. Let's go with the Conor McGregor. Let's say Conor McGregor first win. Gary Morris, 1 win, 2 losses. First loss was with Conor McGregor, so debutant. Let's go. Let's have his 5th fight, Conor Dillon, whoever that is. 0 wins, 3 losses. Now let's go with John Bones Jones. Let's go with his first fights. Brad Bernard. 0 wins, 1 loss against the John Jones. And that guy never fought after that. So you understand what kind of opposition they've been facing, right? Let's check out his 6th fight, Moise Gabin. 6th fight of the John Jones against the debutant Moise Gabin. 0 wins, 3 losses. Right, let's go with Islam Makhachev, champion. Magomedov Bekbolov. 0 wins, 1 loss against Islam. Never fought after that. Let's go a little bit up. Miguel Grigorian. 0 wins, 1 loss against the Islam Makhachev. Let's go a little bit up until the UFC. The fight before he went to the UFC. Ivica Usek. Okay. 2 wins, 14 losses. And after that, Islam went to the UFC. So you understand the point, right? Okay, let's go to the boxing. It's enough with an MMA. Let's one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. Let's go with his first fight. His first fight was with a debutant. Second one was with Reggie Sanders, 1 win, 1 loss. Third fight, 6 wins, 3 losses. Fourth fight with the debutant, then 9 wins, 9 losses. If you're going to go a little bit up, you'll see 1 win, 13 losses. 14 win, 19 losses. And then of course he started to like build up, and he was already fighting with the champions and etc. Right? That's how you have to work, guys. You need to start with those poor dogs. Those people, let's say Islam Makhachev was facing, those guys here, like, they are poor dogs from the street, taken to feed the fucking pit bull, which is Islam Makhachev in this case, right? So the point that I'm trying to make, that in the beginning you need those poor dogs. How I don't understand, it sounds very terrific and very bad, but you need those poor dogs to build your confidence, build your record, build your momentum, and then of course you can fight with the best of the best. Look, Jack Della Maddalena, Renato Moicano, Dustin Poirier, Alexander Volkanovski, 2 times, Charles Oliveira. You know what I mean? So it should be an upward spiral. You should start small and move up step by step. Well, as I've told you, I'm not saying that you have to be a pussy. I'm not saying you have to cut your balls. But in the beginning of your fighting career, it is going to be good for you if you are going to choose your opponents wisely. Because I have seen a lot of fighters who have been fighting with everybody. They had this tough mentality that, oh, I'm going to fight with everybody and this, but their fighting career went very well. Their body, their chin, their mentality, everything got destroyed because their task in the beginning was too high. Mike Tyson said, it's not a tough guy's game, it's a smart guy's game. Tough guys are not lasting in this game very long. It's a smart guy's business. And if you want to be a successful businessman in the fighting game, you have to be smart. So, sun is going down. I cannot talk much longer. Time is expiring. In the bio there will be my email where we can have the one-to-one sessions. Maybe you want to talk about your first fight. Maybe you want to talk about loneliness, like male problems, whatever it's going to be. I can assist you with that. We can have one-to-one sessions. So text me about that in the email. Guys, wish you all the best. Make sure that you're going to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Here we go. Be smart about your opponents, guys, but don't be a pussy. Wish you all the best. Bam, bam.